My name's Daniel. I work as a simple designer in a big company. My days were always the same. Office, home, sleep. I had no friends and no love. Then one Monday, a new manager came. Her name was Anna. She was kind, polite, and beautiful. Everyone liked her, but I couldn't stop watching her. She smiled when others were rude. She talked gently with everyone. That small kindness touched my lonely heart. I didn't know that the woman I was falling for was already married. And her husband was someone I already feared. Anna often came to my desk for help. "Daniel, can you fix this design?" she asked one day. Her perfume was soft and sweet. I felt nervous, but helped her. She thanked me with a smile that stayed in my mind the whole night. Soon, she started eating lunch with me. We talked about books, music, and dreams. I found peace in her words. Then one day, I heard her say on the phone, "Yes, darling, I'll cook dinner." My smile faded. She was married. My heart felt heavy, but I couldn't stop caring for her anymore. I tried to avoid her after that, but fate kept pushing us together. One evening, she saw me alone in the office and said, "You work too much." I smiled. "Maybe I just don't have anyone waiting for me." She looked sad and whispered, "Sometimes, even when someone waits, you still feel alone." That line stayed in my heart. After that, we started sharing coffee breaks, small jokes, and quiet moments. Her eyes told stories of pain, and mine held silent love. I was falling deeper into something I couldn't control. People in the office started talking. One coworker said quietly, "Daniel, do you know she's the boss's wife?" I froze. "Mr. Richard?" I asked. "Yes," he said. My world turned dark. Richard was strict and proud. He once told me, "You'll never grow here." Now I knew why he hated me. His wife, Anna, was the only light in my dull life. That night, I couldn't sleep. I told myself to stop, but my heart didn't listen. Love doesn't ask permission. It just happens, even when it breaks every rule. The next morning, Anna noticed my silence. "Are you okay?" she asked softly. "Just tired," I said. She smiled sadly. Later that day, she texted, "Meet me at the cafe near the bridge." My hand shook as I went there. She sat by the window, eyes red. "My marriage is not what it looks like," she said. "He changed. He doesn't love me anymore." Her voice broke. I couldn't stay quiet. "You deserve peace," I said. Tears fell from her eyes, and without thinking, I wiped them. That one small touch changed everything forever. We began meeting secretly, sometimes near the park, sometimes by the river. She talked about her past. I listened quietly. She once said, "I stay strong for everyone but myself." I wanted to protect her from the world. Every time we met, she smiled a little more. I didn't care about the risk anymore. Love had already taken over my heart. But I also knew the truth. One mistake could destroy both of us. Still, when she said my name softly, all my fears disappeared, like smoke in the wind. One evening, we stayed late at work. The office was silent. She handed me a file, and our hands touched. The air felt heavy. "Daniel," she whispered, "I can't hide my feelings anymore." I looked at her and said, "Neither can I." Before I could think, she kissed me, soft and full of fear. Just then, the door opened. A deep voice said, "I see my wife is working late." It was Richard. We froze. His cold eyes looked at both of us. "Enjoy your last night in this office," he said, then left. The next morning, my job was gone. No reason, no warning. I packed my things in silence. Anna didn't come that day. I felt like the world ended. That night, she sent me one last message. "Forgive me." I tried to call her, but she didn't answer. I went to her house, but the guard said, "Madame left with her husband." I walked home under the rain, my heart breaking with every step. I wanted to forget her, but her face followed me in every dream and every shadow I saw. Months passed. I moved to another city and started a small design shop. Life became quiet again, but never peaceful. I missed her voice, her smile, her kindness. One day, I was in a bookstore when someone called softly. "Daniel?" My heart stopped. I turned around. It was Anna. She looked thinner but free. "I left him," she said. "It took me months, but I did." I wanted to hug her, but I just smiled. "Are you okay?" I asked. She nodded and whispered, "Now I am, because you're still here." We sat on a park bench and talked for hours. She told me about her new life. "I live in a small flat. I teach painting to children," she said proudly. I smiled. "You always loved colors," I replied. She laughed softly. Then a little boy ran to her, shouting, "Mom!" My smile froze. "This is Leo," she said. He looked at me with the same brown eye I saw in the mirror every day. My chest felt tight. I didn't ask, but deep inside, I already knew. The truth didn't need words anymore. After that, we met often again. I helped her fix her furniture and took Leo to the park. He laughed when I lifted him high. Anna watched us, her eyes full of peace. One night, as I was leaving, she said softly, "Leo feels safe with you." I smiled. "So do you," I said without thinking. She looked away, hiding her smile. That small moment meant everything. I realized love wasn't about big words. It was in the quiet evenings, the laughter of a child, and the feeling of finally being home. One evening, fear returned. Richard was standing outside her building. "You can't hide from me," he shouted. I ran to her side. "Leave her alone," I said. He laughed coldly. "You again." Neighbors started coming out, watching. "You're making a mistake," he warned. "You already made one," I said firmly. He glared and left. Anna cried for a long time that night. "He'll never stop," she whispered. I held her close and said, "He already lost you. That's what hurts him most." She smiled weakly and finally slept in peace. After that night, Anna decided to end it legally. "I want freedom," she said. I helped her with every document, every visit to court. It took months, but she stayed strong. The day the papers came, she cried with joy. "It's finally over," she said. Leo hugged her tight. We walked home under the rain, laughing like children. For the first time, I saw her eyes shining, not with pain, but with peace. That day, I realized love means standing beside someone when the whole world walks away. Life started again, slowly. Anna opened a small art school. I helped design posters, and soon kids began to come. Leo called me Uncle Daniel, and I didn't mind. One day, while helping her paint the walls, she said, "You've changed my life." I smiled. "You changed mine first." She looked at me, eyes full of love, but words still hidden. Some stories don't need to be told. They just grow quietly. Every evening we sat on the balcony, watching Leo draw and laughing softly, feeling like a real family. Years passed quietly. One morning, Leo ran to me with a drawing. 3 people holding hands. "That's you, me, and Mum," he said proudly. My throat felt tight. Anna watched, smiling. Later, she whispered, "He's your son in every way that matters." I looked at her, eyes wet. "Then I already have everything I ever wanted," I said. We didn't need marriage papers or rings. Love was already written in every moment we shared, in every meal we cooked, and every night we sat talking under the stars. One day, we returned to the old cafe where it all began. The owner smiled. "You both look happy now." Anna laughed softly, holding my hand. "Do you regret anything?" she asked. "Not a single thing," I said. She nodded, her eyes shining. Then maybe all the pain was just a path to peace. The rain fell outside, just like before. But now it sounded gentle like a promise. That night, we didn't talk much. Sometimes silence speaks louder than words. And that silence said, "We finally made it." A year later, we got news. Richard had passed away in an accident. Anna sat in silence. "I don't hate him," she said. "I just hope he finds peace." Her forgiveness surprised me. That night, we walked by the river. She whispered, "Now I can breathe fully." I smiled. "You always could. You just forgot how." She leaned on my shoulder and we watched the moon. Life had come full circle. The pain that once broke her was now just a memory carried away by the soft wind. Leo grew taller, smarter, happier. He called me Dad for the first time. I froze, then hugged him tightly. "You're my hero," he said. Anna smiled with tears in her eyes. We didn't have a fancy life, but we had peace. Every evening, we cooked together, laughed together, and shared stories. Love no longer felt dangerous. It felt safe. I realized that sometimes love comes at the wrong time to teach us the right lessons. And when it stays, it becomes home. Calm, steady, and true. Years later, I told Leo the truth. "Your mom and I met when life was hard," I said. He smiled and said, "Then love made it easy." That made me laugh. He wanted to study art, just like her. Our small home was filled with his drawings. Sometimes, Anna would look at me and say, "We turn pain into beauty." And she was right. We didn't fight for a perfect love. We just kept walking together, step by step, until love turned into peace, and peace turned into forever. Now, when I look back, I don't see a sin or mistake. I see destiny. The woman I once feared to love became my whole world. Her son became mine. And I, the man who once lost everything, found more than I ever dreamed. If there's one lesson in our story, it's this. Love doesn't always start the right way, but when it's true, it finds a way to survive. So never be ashamed of where love begins. Be proud of how far it can take you. Thank you for watching Glorious English, where stories teach more than books ever can. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, and subscribe for more emotional English stories. Keep watching, keep feeling, and keep learning English, one emotional story at a time. See you in the next story, where every word comes from the heart.